Hey Libra, how's it going? Welcome to your September reading. If you like this video, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing. Also, check out the sorts. Every day I pull a card for each zodiac sign. All right, let's see what we have for you. I will be clarifying and pulling intuitive oracle cards at the end. Spirit, give me guidance for Libra for the month of September. What is it that they need to know for their highest good? All right, I'm going to start pulling. So we have the King of Cups, the Five of Cups, the High Priestess, the Sun, the Tower, a lot of major arcana, Ten of Swords, Three of Pentacles, King of Swords, and the overall energy of the reading is the Justice card. I think you need, there's something here with the King of Cups and the Five of Cups is that, getting into some type of emotional balance, level headed on something. I do feel like you need to mourn a loss here, but also, you need the ability to heal and move on, okay? It's time to apply the King of Cups emotional wisdom in order to navigate through some type of grief and sorrow, moving past any regret as well and finding emotional balance and focus on what's ahead. With the High Priestess and the Sun, I'm getting a profound awakening here and enlightenment. I can't speak. You're discovering hidden knowledge of some sort. Things are being brought to the surface for you, being brought to the light. Coming out of the shadows is what I just heard. Finding your purpose. All right. Get ready for new experiences that are going to bring you happiness and optimism in your life. But I feel like it's not going to be easy. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Looking at the tower and the of swords, there is some type of ending. Okay. Something's definitely being removed from your life. Some of you, it could be the loss of a job. It could be going through a divorce. Whatever ending this is for you is going to bring a new beginning. And I think that's the biggest thing I need to tell you that's being emphasized at the moment is you need to know that no matter how painful something is, I've been through a divorce. It was hard. It was the worst decision I had to make in my life. I never wanted it to get to that point, but it is what it is. And I have grown and become such a better person over the years through the pain I experienced and the things I went through. So it never feels like it's a good thing when you go through it, but when you come out of it, and I feel like that's, I'm just sharing my story to kind of just give an example, not saying that you're going through a divorce, you could be going through something else, is that you're going to come out the other side, right? No matter, even if it's a loss of a job. With the Three of Pentacles and and the King of Swords, it's bringing in positive growth and progress here. Use logic in making rational decisions. Um, you may also be collaborating, okay, with people, whether that's in a work environment or a personal situation. And with the Justice card, it's symbolic of truth, fairness, and law, even karmic justice and legal justice. So, like I said, some of you could be going through a divorce. There could be stuff with child support, what have you, or other legal matters that I feel like is going to fall in your favor, even though there's been some type of loss here. All right. So let's go ahead and see and start clarifying to get a better idea of what's going on here. Why is the King of Cups and Five of Cups here for Libra? Why is the King of Cups here and the Five of Cups? We have the Seven of Swords and the Five of Wands. Yeah, whatever this is, there's been I am getting, with the Seven of Swords because the Five of Cups is there as well as the Five of Wands. It's just telling me there's been an emotional this has been an emotional process for you, whether somebody lied, cheated, manipulated, whatever, something has caused you pain, and been very conflicting and weighing heavily on you, is what I feel, especially emotionally. Why is the High Priestess here? That's too many. Why is the High Priestess and the Sun here? Why is the High Priestess and the Sun here? We have the King of Pentacles and the Empress, and I love that. you know, you coming out of this, okay, whatever this is for you, the Empress speaks of nurturing intuition, fertilizing things. And when I say fertilizing, meaning like, going through the process to create, well, I'm losing my words here. It's like you're creating something entirely new for yourself. Okay. You are going to be nurtured. It's important to nurture yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally through this process. Okay. Because I feel like you need to hear it's time to take care of you. And with the King of Pentacles, he represents earth, which is about grounding and resourcefulness. And I feel like with both of these cards, it's like an energetic pairing here of grounded stability as well as some type of abundant creativity. Like, whether it's like financial success with nurturing growth over a period of time. Okay. Again, resources, leadership, with the King of Pentacles. All right. And with the Empress, it's like I'm just getting like a prosperous environment. And I just keep getting like with the Empress, it's about nurturing and abundance. You know, it's like I kept saying fertility, but it's really about representing growth, nurturing, embodying that feminine energy, whether you're a male or female, and that intuition to create and sustain something that you truly want here. Okay, so let's see why the Tower and the Ten of Swords is here. Why is the Tower and the Ten of Swords here? Why is the Tower and the Ten of Swords here? Please and thank you. We have Justice again, and we have the Emperor. Wow. Okay. Like, look at the major arcanas in your reading so far. Okay. So I do feel like you're, facing some type of important decision here that's going to require careful consideration, no doubt. Okay. It's also a time of you taking responsibility, authority, accountability in your life with this Emperor. Okay. It's like large and in charge, taking control, taking the reins, um, being some type of leader here. There's going to be a need for balance and fairness, though, when making some type of decision. You are going to be weighing your options carefully and considering, like, you definitely consider the impact of your decision, okay? That's not telling you to second guess yourself. All right. Because maybe you're like, oh, maybe I should do this one more time or if something's dead, done, over with, right? I mean, Ten of Swords, you can't get any more clearer than that. If you've tried to work on something, get through something and it hasn't worked, understand it's dead, done, over with, move forward here. All right. Um, Again, you may be dealing with a legal matter, a lot of you are, or some type of situation that requires like order and structure. You're going to need to be disciplined and organized in whatever approach and addressing whatever issue that is. Okay. So, again, Emperor energy, right? Take control, be that leader. All right. Straightforward. All right. Why is the Three of Pentacles and the King of Swords here? Why is Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles and we have the Five of Cups. Once again, we have the Five of Cups again. So I am getting that. So I feel like this is telling you multiple things here, okay? And understanding the relationship between like your emotional and material abundance, okay? And it's like you need to acknowledge and process your feelings, okay? The loss, the grief, the disappointment, in representing the Five of Cups, okay? However, it's also reminding you to look beyond your pain and acknowledge the blessings and opportunities that still exist in your life. Okay, that's what those two cups are behind her. When we speak of the Five of Cups, instead of focusing on what's lost, look at again, acknowledge the blessings and opportunities that still exist and believing that they're there, even though you may not see them at the moment. It's also encouraging you to focus on nurturing and caring for yourself, your relationships, and material resources in a way that promotes growth and prosperity. Hence the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So I just feel that, you're going to go through some hardships here. All right. But know that you have the emotional the resilience. Okay. And practical nurturing. Like you can overcome any hardship. It's going to take time. It's going to require that resilience, that inner strength. Okay. And I do get the sense, and I can't ignore it, of like feeling overwhelmed and disappointed by something here that hasn't grown in maybe the way that you felt like it should have, or the ending that it should have had. Trust me, I know what that feels like. But again, we have to remember to appreciate the things that we do have, the blessings in our life, even when we're facing challenges. That is what the Queen of Pentacles is like really throwing at me with the energy of that card right now. And knowing that you can heal and grow through self nurturing and caring for your emotional and material needs. Um, so I just feel like there's a huge sense of that relationship with the emotional and material perspective in your life right now in the month of September. Why is the Justice card here for Libra? 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 Please and thank you. You have the Death card, another major arcana, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, this is kind of what I said again at the bottom Two of Cups. I felt like I had to turn this over. There's something better for you in the distance. Okay, I know we love the immediate gratification of the now, right? That's our human nature. This is coming, but there's something that needs you have to go through before this Two of Cups comes in. Whatever the Two of Cups means for you, whether that's a relationship, a business partnership, love, togetherness, just feeling abundant again, with your time, your energy. But with the Justice card, the Death card, and the Ten of Pentacles, as this says here, rebirth. Okay. It's, I do feel like this is an inevitable life change. Okay. Leading to a situation of ending, finality. Okay. Um, but I do feel like it is the end of a cycle, end of a struggle, or even a period of injustice here. And it's paving the way for something more stable, abundant, you know, build on new established foundations here. Okay, especially with the Ten of Pentacles, identifying that is what I feel. Um, yeah, I mean, I just feel like there's going to be a fair resolution, but the process hasn't been easy, or it's not going to be easy, right? Um, I do feel like whatever desired outcome you're wishing for, it's going to happen. It may not happen by the end of September, but things are in the works. Okay. And I feel like you're getting this prosperity here with the Ten of Pentacles through wise decisions and doing things in a just and fair manner. Okay, like you're receiving your karmic justice for having gone through this. Like I said, this pain and hurt is paving your way to some type of justice for you, whatever that means. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some intuitive oracle cards. Spirit, give me guidance for Libra. Give me guidance for Libra, please, for the month of September. So we have intuitive creativity. Intuition fuels creativity. Follow its guidance. You have clarity and chaos. In chaos, your intuition brings clarity. Trust it. I'm going to pull one more card for you. Divine alignment. Align with higher frequencies to enhance your intuitive senses. All right, Libra, I hope this message has helped. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Keep standing in your power, and I'll see you soon. Bye.